What's up, guys? I'm BTC. Got some great news for Overwatch. Blizzard is redoing the role queue system so that it will have a new method for queuing, and this hopefully will drastically decrease the amount of time that players spend in a queue waiting for a game to start. There are definitely some good things about this new system. There's also some not so good things, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. Blizzard is also going to be making a bunch of changes to the replay system so that you have a lot more control over what kind of stuff gets shown on screen, and you can change the volume level of different things during the replay, and it's just going to make the overall replay experience a lot better. And this is a good time to remind you that I am accepting clips of great plays, funny mistakes, and other stuff for a new series that I'm going to be making. So if you have anything you'd like to share, send me the replay code with the information on screen. Alright, so let's talk about that new role queue system. Here's how it's going to work. It's called the Priority Pass, and what happens is when you go to queue up for a competitive match, instead of just having the 3 roles, the tank, the DPS, and the support, now there's going to be a 4th role called Flex. And when you queue for that, it will randomly put you into whatever happens to be the most needed at the time. So when you're trying to find a match, if the match needs a tank, then you're a tank. If it needs a healer, then you're a healer. And DPS, let's be honest, it's never ever going to put you into as DPS. But there's also an extra benefit, because at the end of the match, you will get Priority Pass tickets. If you lose, you only get 1 or 2, and if you win, you get a bunch more. They haven't told us the exact numbers on what that's going to be yet. Currently, they have it set so you can save up to 40 of these Priority Pass tickets. Then, whenever you want to use them, you can activate a ticket and you can queue for any role that you want, tank, DPS, or support, and using the Priority Pass, it will bump you all the way to the top of the list. So when you're queuing for a match, you get first pick. Now, obviously, if there's other people using a Priority Pass, then it's going to be first come, first serve, but the majority of players are going to be queuing just normally, so whoever is in the Priority Pass system gets bumped way ahead. Using this Priority Pass doesn't mean that it's instantly going to put you into a game. That's still not going to happen. You still need to wait for the rest of the players, and there needs to be the correct rank and all that sort of stuff, right? So it's still going to take like a minute or two, but it will be way, way faster than the standard queue. There are definitely some good things with this system, but I also see 2 big potential problems. Let's start with the good. If you like to play all 3 of the roles, this system is going to be awesome. You can queue up as the Flex role, it'll throw you into whatever as fast as possible, and you get the extra bonus of the Priority Pass that you can use whenever you want. If you only like to play tank and healer, this is still going to be really good, because 99.9% of the time, when you queue for the Flex role, it's going to put you into one of those, so really nothing is going to change. You still get to play tank and healer, you don't have to worry about DPS, and you get the extra Priority Passes. Win-win for both of those groups. For the DPS players, it's more of a mixed bag, and this is where some of the big problems are going to arrive. If you're a DPS player and you don't really mind occasionally playing tank and healer, then this is still going to work, because you can queue up, get some tickets, and then you can play a few matches as tank and healer, and then you can play the rest of the night as DPS. That's fine, it'll work for those players. But there is a substantial amount of the player base that wants to play DPS and absolutely hates playing healing and tank because of the way that those characters are, because of the way those roles work. They just don't want to play heal and tank. So for those people that primarily want to play DPS, they now have a choice. Either they can continue waiting 10, 15, 20 minutes like they have been before, or now they can choose to waste 15, 20 minutes playing a match and playing a role that they don't want to play. Things that they don't enjoy or they just outright hate playing. That's not really a good choice. Alright, let's talk about the bad. There are 2 problems. Number 1, nothing in this system is going to change the fact that a very large amount of the player base absolutely hates to play heals and tank. Nothing is going to change. In fact, if anything, it's going to make those players hate heal and tank even more because they feel that they're being forced into playing roles that they don't enjoy in order to play a couple of matches in a role that they do enjoy. That leads into problem number 2. I expect there is going to be a rather significant jump in the amount of throwers that are in competitive because you're going to have a lot lot of DPS players who just simply do not care about the rank on their healing and their tank role, and what they're going to do is queue up for the flex, get thrown into a match, they're going to goof around, try to get a quick 5-minute loss so that they can get some of those priority passes that they can then use to queue up for DPS, which is what they actually want to play. The number of people throwing is going to skyrocket. Overall, I do think that this system will be beneficial, but it's still important to look at the potential bad stuff that could happen as a result of bringing this system into the game. Not to mention the fact that, again, there's a lot of players that just don't like healing and tank, and there are fundamental problems with those roles that really should be addressed. And once you have players that actually enjoy playing healing and enjoy playing tank, then the queue times will kind of fix themselves. So that's the new system. I'm guessing it'll probably pop up on the PTR sometime later this week. It'll probably be there for a week or two, and then move over to the live server if there's no big issues with it. What do you guys think about this system? Do you think it's going to be really good? Do you think it's going to just kind of be a band-aid and not solve the real issues? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to be comment of the video, then leave yours, and while you're at it, ring the bell so you never miss a new video. Also, if you want to get some cool gear, join my Discord server, or follow me on social media, then check out the links down below. And remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault.